Dr. Wily! My robots and I will control the world as soon as we get rid of that blue dweeb Mega Man and his Robo-Dog Rush. Bomb Man, make sure they have a blast! What? Mega Man's taking over the bomb? Cut Man, watch out! Mega Man can use your own power against you just like that! Okay, Mega Man, can you stop Proto Man and Guts Man at the same time? I don't think so.
Mega Man! Collect them all from Bandai!
Alright, hey guys, and welcome back, as this time I'm taking a look at a line of action figures from Bandai, Mega Man. Now everyone should be familiar with the famous robotic Blue Crusader who made his debut on the NES in 1987. The franchise was immensely popular, with dozens of Mega Man installments over the years, and even had its own cartoon show. But did you know Mega Man also had its own action figure toy line? That's right, in 1995, Bandai acquired the Mega Man license from Capcom and produced a line of fully posable action figures with characters from the video games, bringing both Mega Man and Dr. Wily's evil robots to life. Each figure came with its own unique action feature similar to their in-game powers. There were 2 waves produced with 12 figures in all, as well as a line of 12 PVC figures released at the same time. However, the PVC figures didn't catch on very well, and even the original line struggled, seeing more success in the UK. After the end of the second wave in late summer of 1995, Bandai stopped production of the line, leaving Mega Man all at it continues.
Alright guys, now let's take a look at some of the 1995 Bandai Mega Man action figures that I have here in my collection. So I have a pretty decent assortment. I have 3 of the robot villains, and of course I have Mega Man and Rush. Now, unfortunately, none of my figures have their action feature accessories, because they were like little projectiles that you could fire and, you know, things like that. And a lot of those tend to get lost. And since these didn't sell that well back in the 90s as it was, they're pretty hard to find, and they're really hard to find if you're looking for a complete line of figures. But I still think they're in pretty decent shape, and we'll go through each one of them and take a look at them. And I remember growing up, I remember the commercials really well, but I only saw these, I think, one time in a local mall near me growing up, and I don't remember if it was in like a, it might have even been like a GameStop. I don't remember where it was. It was either like in KB or GameStop, so I could see GameStop selling something like this, since, you know, it'd be cross-promotion, things like that. And but I don't remember seeing them very much, so I know they weren't really popular, and almost nobody that I knew had these figures. So if you're trying to, you know, find complete figures, that's next to impossible. But anyway, let's get started, and we'll take a look here at Mega Man first. And overall, he's in pretty good shape, I think, aside from the pretty heavy paint scratch wear on his front there. But I think he looks really good, at least, you know, compared to the cartoon. And I would almost kind of say Mega Man X. He definitely has that Mega Man X kind of fused with, like, maybe a Mega Man 6 look when the little sprite started to evolve. So you can turn his head. He's got the red on his ears there. The face looks good. You know, his helmet looks really good. And he's pretty posable. You know, you can move his arms all around like this. He's got his Mega Buster here, and that has, you know, his little firing cannon on the front and stuff like that. And you can actually, I don't really like to do it too much, but you can pop his arm off, and there would be a second Mega Buster cannon that would not have the fist, and that's what you would load, like all the different projectiles, like Cut Man, or, you know, different things like that, and then he could use their special powers. So, but I'm glad he at least has, you know, his regular Mega Buster, even if it's just with his fist. And not anything too special around the back, just, you know, with his boots. And he has, most of them, they have pegs on the bottom, but his are especially important because you can put him on Rush and, like, have him, like, fly around, and you can, like, kind of position, like, his arm so it looks like, you know, he's going after Dr. Wily and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool, I think. You know, even if it's not, though it has the fist, I think it still looks good enough, just like that. And then we'll call in his Robo-Dog Rush when he flies in. And Rush looks really good. He's probably one of my very favorites out of all of my figures that I have here. I remember Rush was, you know, he was just a weird little character in the game and in the cartoons, and he was, you know, really goofy. He's like a, you know, robotic Scooby-Doo or or whatever. He has a really cool little feature too. You push down on his tail, and then like his head moves up and down, where he's like woof 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 woof, and you can move his little mouth. So his mouth opens like that. So that's really cool. He's like, yeah, let's go. And he's missing the jet, which would have gone on around the sides, I think. And I think there was another, like a rocket thing for like a projectile for him to fire, and that's missing too. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong with that. It might just be the jet. And you can fold his legs down like this, and he has little wheels on the bottom. Let's see if we can get him set up right here. And let's see, really bring those up. And then he rolls, so you can pretend like he's like when you summon Rush in the game, to where it's like the Rush jet, and he's like going over obstacles and stuff. And we can take Mega Man here, and we can put him on the pegs, and then we can turn him, and you can, you know, have him like flying and shooting all Dr. Wily's robot baddies, and that's pretty cool. So I think that Rush and Mega Man, they're a really good, you know, combination, of course. And if you're collecting the line, I think that's a necessity. You really got to have these two characters because they're just so iconic, and you really can't have one without the other. So now let's go ahead and we'll take a look at Gutsman here. And he's survived pretty well over the years, not a lot of paint damage or anything like that. He really looks spot on from the cartoon. Really looks great with his red and yellow and black paint scheme here, with the red orb on the front. The face is really nailed with that big goofy blue jaw, so you can just imagine him talking all gruff and threatening Mega Man and everything. And you can position his arms like this, and he would have had like a big brick or whatever that he could throw. And there's a switch in the back, and that's how his features activated. Or you could even, doesn't really work too well, but you could like give him Mega Man and then like pretend like he's gonna like throw him, you know, and stuff like that. But there's other stuff you can do. But he would just kind of like flick his little accessory, and that is how he would work. So pretty neat. I think his design is really cool. And then we have Drill Man, who I really like here a lot. I just like his design. I think it's really cool. Love the red, and of course, you know, the drills. This one just spins around, free spinning. The one on the top doesn't really do anything. That's a little scuffed up over the years. I like his mean looking face and eyes. That's really cool and iconic. And the paint scheme really looks good. Just really looks the part of his in-game counterpart. And then he has, he would have had another little drill here, and then he has the little button where it would fire off, and you almost always see these things 100% of the time, like missing that second drill, but still looks cool, and I still like Drill Man, and he's still good. And then finally, we have my very, very favorite Mega Man robot boss of all, and of course is Cutman, and I just love him from the cartoon, and even the in-game robot boss. He's just so wacky and goofy, and he's just totally iconic. He's like, you know, he's pretty much the first robot boss. I think everybody starts on Cutman's stage when you play the game, so everybody knows Cutman. And of course, he's missing his big cutting blades that would go on top of his head, and he's got that funny, goofy face. It's so weird that he actually has ears. I mean, how many of the robot masters really have ears? That's so weird. Like, you know, I mean, they really need to hear. Like, I mean, wouldn't they just have like a electronic thing they could hear? They really need ears. It's so bizarre. And you know, orange being my favorite color, I love his orange and white color scheme. Really awesome. And you would push on the back of his head there, and then his little cut blades would you know, pop out. And also he has another, I believe, yeah, he has another detachable arm piece where you could load it into that as well, and then it would have a little mechanism to where it would pop off, and he could fire it like that as well. So also looks great. Well, anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed my review of Bandai's Mega Man action figures from 1995, and I will see you back here next time. Take care.
Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and you can follow me at Facebook at King of Retro or Twitter at #8ByteBrian. See you next time.